So how well would the Xenomorphs survive in the Warhammer 40k universe? Now, Xenomorphs are probably the most iconic sci-fi alien of all time, with even aliens like the Tyranids, the Zerg, and even the Necromorphs taking inspiration from the OG. Now, all Xenomorph colonies always start with a queen, but how is a queen born? Queens are actually created by a facehugger just like other Xenomorphs, however, they use a royal facehugger. And then once the queen is born, she can start laying as many eggs to create as many facehuggers as she wants. Now, all Xenomorphs are characterized by an acidic blood, including the facehuggers, so even if you kill one of these guys, there's a chance they could take you with them. Not only that, but we know for a fact that they can impregnate almost any species in the galaxy. The most basic form of a Xenomorph is the drone, characterized by its smooth head. These dudes are very quick, very agile, and the most numerous. They are essentially the worker bees of the hive and are the first response to any threat. Once a drone lives long enough, it can eventually turn into a warrior, characterized by the ridges on its head. These guys are even stronger and even tougher than drones and display a far greater intelligence. They're also masters of stealth and often won't be seen until they attack. And once the hive has reached 300 members, a warrior can be turned into a Praetorian. These dudes are the strongest and toughest of all Xenomorphs. The only downside to them is that they are too heavy to actually climb walls. However, they make up for it by being able to leap great distances and tear through tank armor like it's paper. If a drone doesn't become a warrior, it could become a spitter. These dudes are characterized by their elongated heads, acid sacs, and an axe-like tail. They are long-range marksmen able to puke out a huge glob of acid that can kill a man in a single shot. And while I couldn't find any specifics on their overall range, based on gameplay footage, I would estimate them to be somewhere around a 50 to 100 meter effective range. And remember how I said any species could be impregnated? This is a predator-alien hybrid. This thing was taller and stronger than even a predator. And it utilized the best aspects of both species. So creatures like the Orcs and the Eldar are totally up for grabs. So how well would they do overall? Honestly, they could stick it out for the long run, but they are not going to be a galactic threat. First of all, we know for a fact that even small arms fire of modern day could kill a Xenomorph, so lasguns, bolters are going to have no issue. Even if they got their hands on an Orc or an Eldar, that individual would then have to become a queen and start their own hive cluster. And if this were to happen on the same planet, these two hives could potentially start fighting each other. I couldn't find any instances in the comic books or the games or the movies of two queens or even two hives working together unless they were commanded by like an empress or the queen mother, which I'm not including in this video because the canon is kind of iffy. I would give them an average of about 9 to 12 centuries, otherwise they could stick around for the long haul.